Hello, everybody. I'm your host. This is Jessica Koch, and our show is Profound Professionals. It is the interview series that is bringing you over 1,000 industry experts from all over our beautiful world. They help improve your personal life or grow your business. And today we have the magnificent and wonderful Dr. L. He is a family advocate. He is a consultant to the United Nations, a clinical neuroscientist, and a children's performance optimizer. I love that. We all want our kids to be at their optimum best. And so if you want that too, then maybe you should reach out to Dr. L. Welcome, Dr. L, to our show today.
Thank you, Jessica. I'm delighted to be here.
I am so happy to have you on. I was so excited when I saw your name pop up as our guest today. So, hey, we finally got it together. We've known each other in circles around for a while now, but I think this is our first time really hanging out at this level. So tell us, how did you become this person who helps children be their optimum selves?
Absolutely. Well, it's a long story, and I'm not young anymore. So to begin, I would say that my background, of course, as a clinical neuroscientist, as I ran an award-winning private practice for 10 years. Towards the end of it, I'm like, you know what? A lot of families can benefit from this message. And I wanted to take that message beyond the brick and mortar into the virtual world. And so I started talking about telemedicine and doing consulting work on the internet. Now, this was 2006, 2007, and everybody's like, telemedicine is not a thing. Turns out I was basically 10, 15 years ahead of my time. COVID happened, and everybody realized that's the only way they could actually go ahead and communicate with one another. Long story short, over the past 10 years, I've brought everything online, and I brought information for families related to health, relationships, wealth creation, peace, balance, and fulfillment in their family life. And then when COVID happened, of course, not only did our company grow tenfold, but we also realized, or I found myself in a position where I was helping a lot of peers and colleagues kind of move into the online world, now that I had that experience. So I ended up assuming this role from becoming a parent whisperer to becoming a legacy builder's mentor, basically. And we created a community and family advocacy group over that time period that now supports families worldwide on 21 different time zones. So here we are, and I'm super excited.
So, how are you serving and working with these individuals? It doesn't sound like you're doing a lot of one-on-one, maybe some sort of group or online course or this online community. Kind of explain better if someone thinks, oh, I really want to work with him about legacy building and supporting our family and learning all these things. How would they work with Dr. L?
That's a great question. So one of the things that I learned when I was back in private practice was systems, that a physician is not jack of all trades. They got their training on treating patients. So I had to understand systems. I had to understand that I need to rely on people that know those systems well. And that is what I brought into the online world. That when I came here, I understood how in the virtual world, you need to have these important components in your business. And without those components, you become a solopreneur that, again, becomes the best kept secret, that doesn't get to share their message and make the influence that they need to. So the products that ended up being created is initially they were one-on-one mentorships and coaching, but very soon I'm like, okay, I've done this program 6 times, 7 times. And yes, I know I can be successful, but this is not all of me. And I was kind of landing in the same place that I was with private practice. I'm like, okay, I need to somehow systematize, automate, and delegate this stuff out so that I can actually go ahead and have a wider reach and help more people. And so through that process, all of the programs within our business model still have the personal touch because that is important. People do business with people, not with products and services.
Sure.
So we had that, but we also wanted to make sure that um, we were scalable. So the end result is that all the speakers and entrepreneurs that are now in our community are working very similarly using our business model to make sure that they are not jack of all trades and solopreneurs
Mhm.
and always running out of time, always feeling frustrated, and eventually struggling basically to make ends meet.
I think you and I are very similar in the really understanding quickly that we needed systems automation and outsourcing. Yeah, I think we were some of the early adapters of virtual assistant agencies, and really giving that support to our communities, because I want to be out kayaking and painting and sewing. I have 7 kids and 8 grandkids, and I hot hunky husband I like, and we just want to live our lives, but also do good in the world and leave a legacy. And it really is possible to do it all if you set things up correctly. And I love that you're inspiring people to do that as well. Now, what's the best way for them to find you, Dr. L?
The best way, actually, our book is on Amazon, so I can always talk about the book. But the best way is to visit us on rolemodelmaker.com.
Hmm.
And that is, they can learn more about us. And also, I have a gift for the audience members where they can connect with us and be informed of upcoming events. We run about 186 events a year. So there's something for everyone.
Awesome. Yeah, and we will get to your book in just a second. So, first, let's give everybody a tip. Give everybody a tip of something they can do today, for themselves, for their children, or in their family, or for their legacy building. What's something they could do today that would make a difference?
Right. So I'm going to quote my personal quote when I first started. Health is your ability, and wealth is the tool by which you can make the world a better place, and through that achieve peace, balance, and fulfillment.
Mm. That's very beautiful. I love that. All right, you all out there already know what's going on. Start typing in the comments below this video wherever you're watching it, and share with us a cause that's close to your heart. We hope to inspire someone to give time, treasure, or talent to spread some awareness about a cause someone just might need today or knows someone that needs it. And we're going to ask Dr. L to share with us a cause close to his heart.
Well, for me, of course, I'm a brain geek and I focused on children. So for me to optimize humanity's potential, you always start with the young developing mind, and that's where you focus. And our nonprofit, actually, the Foundation for Optimal Beginnings, does just that, that we focus on ways we can eradicate poverty and all the subsequent problems that come across the world with missions and objectives that we have. So, yeah.
That's lovely. And that's your nonprofit? That's your 501(c)(3)?
That's what is our nonprofit, yes.
And
So
tell us the name of it again so we can look it up.
it's Foundation for Optimal Beginnings, and it is currently or closely related to an NGO that I'm also sponsored by, which is the Global Alliance Offices on Drugs and Crime. And that's how I do my consulting with the United Nations through that organization.
That's wonderful. I love that. All right, you're not done typing yet. Put out there, type away, put a book that inspired your personal life or helped you grow your business. Or if you're an author of a book, put that too, because when someone's kind enough to hit that share button, we just might be featuring you. You just never know. See, all of this love comes back around. So, Dr. L, how about a book that inspired your personal life or helped you grow your business?
Well, with all those years that I have been studying, it's kind of difficult to pick one. But if I was to choose two of the most, I'm going to say two. How about that? One bonus. Uh, when I was a teenager, the $1 million mindset was the book that really made an influence on me.
Mm.
But really, when I started in the real world as a young adult and started working on business, the 4 hour work week was actually one of my favorite. I'm like, that's what I want.
I love that one. It's right. I tell you, you and I, two peas in a pod, Dr. L. All right, let's talk a little bit more about your book. You said you can find it on Amazon. Let's hear about your book and what inspired you to write it.
Absolutely. So when I first started in the entrepreneurial world, the initial message that I had, because I really had to find my identity all over again after leaving being a physician behind. If I'm not treating patients, then who am I? So I started actually in Game Changer #4. This was a compilation book.
Mm.
And that was the book that I initially talked about my journey about that process, that transition from going from physician to an entrepreneur. But the book that we compiled over the past 3 years is called The Parenting Owner's Manual. It is an Amazon International bestseller on multiple categories in paperback, hardcover, and ebook. So definitely, if you check that out, there is 53 chapters of everything you can think about for family life that probably would be relevant to anybody listening.
I love that. That's awesome. Sounds like an amazing book and an amazing legacy that you're leaving. I love things that can inspire and support others long after we're gone. It's been so much fun interviewing you, Dr. L. I'm so glad we had this time. I hope you had a good time too.
Absolutely, this is a blast, and I always enjoy talking to you.
This is wonderful. All right. So if you're out there thinking, wait, I am an author, I can improve people's lives, I can help them grow their business. I've done inspiring, amazing things just like Dr. L, or maybe different than Dr. L. But you think you should be featured on our show. Well, reach out to our team and we'll tell you just how to get there. But before we go today, we would love for you to share a final thought, some information or inspiration as we go.
So hopefully this is a helpful tip for all the audiences here. When it comes to health, please focus on your sleep. You need to get more sleep because without it, your immune system, everything's. When it comes to your wealth, think connections, not money, because it's who you know that can make you wealthy and not the skill sets or the times and stuff if you don't have anything to do with it or share it with anybody else.
Mhm.
When it comes to your career, please understand that your fulfillment comes through your career. It's not a wealth building tool. It's a place where you achieve fulfillment. So pursue what makes you happy in life
Mhm.
and go from there. So
I
there you
love
go.
that. So your health, sleep. You need sleep. And for your wealth connections, and I love that you said it's about your connections, but also it's about who you connect because sometimes that can have a really big impact on your wealth too. So when you really genuinely put your heart in and think of others and start connecting them, they just might remember you in that math equation and it just might be shocking to your bank account. So I love that you shared that, Dr. L. This has been a blast. I am having so much fun with all of our guests, as I always do. And that's it, guys. I'm your host, Jessica Koch. This has been another Profound Professionals. And until next time, be kind to yourself out there and be kind to each other. Bye, everybody.
Cheers.